Happy Friday, beautiful souls, and welcome to Spiritually Her. This is your safe space to explore the magic of inner work, grow your confidence, and embrace your self worth as the ultimate superpower. I'm Terrika-Surrenity, your host and guide on this transformative journey. Here, we're breaking barriers, we're rewriting our stories, and stepping fully into that girl energy together. So grab your favorite drink, let's settle in, and let's vibe. Your next level starts right now. Happy Saturday, guys! All right, listen, I know that we normally release our episodes on Friday, but I wanted to release this specific episode on today, November the 1st, because it is the beginning of the month. And I strongly believe in setting the intentions for the month that you want to have ahead, okay? Now, I know that I've told you guys about like my first of the month rituals, so hopefully you guys have created your own and that it is something that can just set the mood and set the intentions for what you want to bring in because November is looking like new beginning central, okay? I know for sure, for me, I don't know what you guys are trying to bring in, but for me and my household, okay, it is all about new beginnings. We do know that with new beginnings comes some endings. Sometimes some messy endings, sometimes endings that happen and you just feel completely free. And honestly, I feel so free and so relieved right now. I can't lie. I have encountered my own endings for October, and I'm stepping into November with even more purpose and action and also, this episode right here, which is going to set the intentions not only for myself, but for you. All right. So, when I was sitting here trying to figure out with spirit, just like, hey, the topic for today, and spirit brought me back to a channel that I did a while ago. Right? I have this journal. You guys know I have like tons of journals. Okay. I'm the journal queen. But I went back to the journal and I remember these words in particular. Okay. I'm not even going to remember. No, scratch that. Let's go to the journal. Let's pull out the receipts. Period. All right, let's just go to it. But it's all about feeding the belief, right? And so as I was looking through my journal, Spirit directed me through one of my old journals and brought me to this channel right. Oh my God. Whenever I decide to find it. Jeez. Oh, here it is. Okay. And Spirit said, for your purpose will work, but it needs energy, intention, not just requests or your feedback. It needs receptivity. What you give it, the love, the belief you give it, feed it. Feed the belief. Feed it passion, effort, intention. Show up every day. Take the lead. Okay, so I'm gonna just let that sit for a second because I feel like for one, Spirit was like reading me for fifth, but at the same time, I do feel like this is a message that needs to be heard, especially on this journey of becoming, the journey of remembering our purpose, our calling, our duty on this earth. Not getting sidetracked by the distractions, the job, the problems, the relationship issues, the things that are not in alignment, and whatever that is, whether that's your location, okay? It could be a person, place, thing. It could even be your own mind. So it can be your own self that is standing in the way of your new beginning, your next chapter. So that's why with this episode, we're going to lay it all out on the table. We're going to set the intentions for November, because what we're stepping into is far greater and bigger than anything we have ever been through in our past. All right? So listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you press play and you are listening, I'm assuming that is you. But Spirit is saying, you need to get up and feed the belief. So here I am with my matcha, okay? Just ate some leftover pizza from last night. That's okay, that's my business. But my heart is full because somebody out there needed this reminder. All right? So have you ever felt like your purpose is just like sitting there looking at you like, are you going to feed me or what? Okay, it's literally like a baby. I'm seeing like a baby in a high chair, but the baby is not like a baby face. It's just like all of the goals, all of the visions, the things that you want to do is just sitting there. Like all of these like keywords, right? It's like a face full of keywords, but it's a baby in a baby seat. And it's just waiting for you to feed it. Like, you're just going to ignore me? You're going to create me and not feed me. You know what? That's where we're going today. We're going to feed the baby today, all right? Because you don't want Spirit to come in like CPS and take the vision away and give it to somebody else. And now you see somebody else thriving with that vision. You know? You don't want that, all right? And I feel like that was a crazy analogy, but you know what? It was spot on. It was spot on. You know, let me claps for me. But in all seriousness, okay? I am speaking not only from, a point of just like telling you guys, like feed the belief, but also based off of my own experiences. All right. I remember years ago being very unhappy, feeling stuck, very stagnant. Like I had no clue in the world on what I was supposed to be doing, who I was outside of the titles that I had created for myself. I'm not the one to sit here like I'm an influencer or guru or anything like that. I'm just an ordinary woman with a dream, with a vision, and, working out my divine plan. That's all I am. So I come to you guys as transparent as I can be. Like I've been that girl, that mom that, had to move back home for a couple times, when I was younger, I had to move back home. I've been that girl that had to leave her marriage. Even if it was stable financially and etc., but just whatever issues I had going on or whatever circumstances that were for me were no longer in alignment for me anymore. I had to walk away from something that was comfort and had to jump into the discomfort and the unknown. I've been that person that had to sleep on people's couches, who had to start over from the ground up. But one thing I will tell you, I'm never afraid to reinvent myself. I am not settling on a life that I am not happy with. And it's not to say like people, places, or things make me happy, because they don't. You can have all those things and you can be very unhappy. But when you can create happiness within yourself, then you would start making those self-love decisions on moving in alignment. And part of that and most of that comes with feeding the belief, not just your goals and aspirations, but feeding the belief on who you are, feeding the belief on what you desire and what you expect out of life, out of people, out of relationships, out of environments, friendships, out of your finances, your expectations. Like, it is feeding all of that. Whatever that belief is, it requires for you to pour in it every day. All right? So all I'm saying is keep walking. Keep believing. No matter the ups and downs, you are not being punished. You are just being molded. You are being positioned. You are being trained to become who you have always meant to be. Always. So even when you have the understanding, right? Like we said, the new beginnings, they come with endings as well. It's like you can't say that you want a new life and still feed the old one. All right? Now, we're not going to put that into like baby form or childlike form, because if you have a child and just because you get a new one don't mean you stop feeding the old one now. So don't get that analogy, all right? Call the authorities. CPS. All right? So that's not the right analogy for that one, right? But it's the fact that you can't say you want a new life and still feed the old one. Basically, who you are becoming in this new beginning that you're stepping into, you have to shed all of the things that have caused you to doubt yourself, to have fear, to feel like you're not deserving, to eliminate that negative voice that's in your head that's telling you you can't do it, you're not deserving of love, no one's ever going to want you like this, or whatever that negative voice is. You have to eliminate that. You can't take that version of yourself with you. All right? You can't say that you believe in abundance, but then you starve your purpose with fear. It don't add up. Okay? So just know you have to feed it with your action, with your prayers, with your journaling, with whatever that looks like for you. With your pouring into the vision. You know, with you getting off of work and still pouring into your goals and your aspirations and whatever your calling and your purpose is. It could just simply be you showing up for yourself over and over again. Because ultimately, that's all alignment is showing up for yourself. Choosing for yourself. And who cares if you made a choice of, you know what, I want to be a rock star today. That is something that is in harmony with you. That's something that you wanted to do that day. Let's just say you said you wanted to be a rock star today and you found out, you know what, I have to learn how to play an instrument, but I really don't want to learn how to play an instrument. So honestly, I don't think this is in alignment with me anymore. So it's all about the discovery. It's all about the discovery. And I'm saying this from my point of view because I have been that person that has been told that, oh, you're an author, you do music, you have a podcast, you paint, you have lived so many lives, you're a teacher. It's so many lives that I have lived, but I strongly believe in going after whatever is set into my heart to do, whether it's meant for me to do for the long term or I am just meant to gain something from that. Even if all I was meant to do was be self-aware of what I don't want, at least I won't go throughout my life thinking I should have tried that. Maybe I would have been good at this. Maybe I should have. No, try all of the things. Discover yourself. Learn yourself. And that way, you are honestly narrowing down, and then you're finding out what is the path that is actually calling to you, or what is the path that is most in alignment. All right? And I feel like that is what faith also looks like. Having the faith to jump out and do these things that you don't know if it's going to work out or not. You may not be perfect at it. You don't have it all together. And that's what sometimes that crazy faith look like. It look like it's messy. And it's almost like, God, I don't know what you're doing, but I trust you anyway. And sometimes that understanding as to why God or universe took you down that path, sometimes it doesn't hit until later, where you realize, oh, I was meant to go down this path because I gained resilience here. I gained self-awareness here. I learned how to say no there. I learned my boundaries over here. And I feel like sometimes on this journey, you can get misconstrued of you becoming someone new to where you start to feel imposter syndrome. So if you are a person who has had issues with imposter syndrome or feeling like you don't belong, trust me, it happens to the best of us. But one thing that has helped me that I know will help you is realizing that you are not becoming someone that you don't know. You're not becoming someone absolutely new. You are simply becoming who you already are. This is the healed version, the unshakable version, the wise version who remembers her worth and her passions and her desires, her calling, who remembers her voice and her power. All you're just doing is just stripping away everything that was never you. So that's why it's hard. Nobody said this walk was going to be easy, but I guarantee you it is worth it. All right? All of that survival that was on you, it has to be shedded away. All right? And even when it comes down to walking this path of feeding your belief, it requires you to walk on a path alone, most, if not all, the times. Because when we're leaving our old versions behind and walking into our higher versions, a lot of the times we have to leave those people who are the naysayers behind as well. And maybe we're in that in-between space where we have not found our soul family or our circle. And it can get lonely. And so that's why when I built and structured this community, I wanted a place where we as a collective could feed each other's belief. I'm not sitting here as no freaking guru. I am your sister walking this same wild path of faith and transformation with you. There is power in walking together. There is beauty in saying, you know what, I've been there too. But look how far we've come. Where we are not comparing, we're clapping, we're uplifting, we're encouraging each other. Because I strongly believe that birds of a feather flock together. So Can you imagine the inspiring energy, the love that is within sisterhood of women who uplift each other, who want to see each other win, who support each other? Like, that is something that is so powerful. And we can have that all here. We have that here. That is my purpose. That is my calling. To simply share my journey and to be a helping hand, to support, to love, to show grace, to show understanding, to grow, to progress alongside my community, my sisters. So wherever you are right now, whether you're driving, you cleaning up, or you just might be crying or whatever, or giggling, whatever you're doing, okay? Just remember, your purpose will work, but it needs energy. Feed it with your belief. Feed it with your consistency. And feed it with your love. Because one day you'll wake up and you'll realize the belief you fed finally fed you back. All right? Now, I hope this episode resonated with you guys. I hope you know how much I appreciate and love you guys so much. And just to give you guys some heads ups or announcements, I know that in December we have our 1st year anniversary of the Spiritually Her podcast. Woo, okay. All right, I'm over here twerking in my seat, so twerk with me. Don't leave me alone, period. But also, I am thinking about doing like a virtual mixer on our new community space that I am building strictly for the Spiritually Her podcast. So that way it will be free membership for all of our members, so we can continue to build our society, our sisterhood, our community. And I'm thinking about doing a mixer with you guys. It would be like a virtual mixer. And also we'll have like some in-person events as well that I am planning out. And some virtual events, some workshops where we'll have speakers, guests that we can grow with and learn from. Guys, we're doing all the things. And as we continue to grow, it's only going to get better from here. All right. So season 3 is going to look so good, so bomb. And yeah. Also, if you want to send in any questions or anything, you can definitely send them in my DM on Instagram at spirituallyher.podcast. And we can ask them on the episode if you would like my advice, or if you guys want any readings or anything, you guys can definitely look at the info on the description of the episode and always tap in, and you know I got you. All right, guys, this is Spiritually Her, and baby, keep feeding that belief, okay? Feel like I gotta shake it in you, all right? It is hungry for your magic. It is hungry for your love, and know that I love you. All right? I mean it. I hope you feel it. Air hearts. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Spiritually Her. I hope you felt inspired, empowered, and ready to take the next step on your journey. If you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's keep the conversation going. You can connect with me on TikTok at Serenity 101. That's SURRENITY 101. And on Instagram at spiritually.her. I love to hear your thoughts, breakthroughs, or even what topics you want to dive into next. Until next time, remember, your power is already within you. Keep shining and simply stay spiritually her. Bye!